Okay. All right, well, good afternoon, everybody. We're so happy to have everybody here. Thank you for welcoming us to your home. We're with Senior Care Alliance. We're a nonprofit group that we have a mission to help formal and informal and seniors with free education. And honestly, we just want to be out in the community and love on you guys a little bit. So we're just here to give our time and just have people here to answer those questions that y'all may have. And if there's anything that we can do in the future, definitely let us know. Today we have our guest speaker here. She's from Portsmouth EMS, and so we are super excited to have her and appreciate her for coming out and to help us with those emergency questions, maybe when to call, and just some ways to kind of make it a little bit more fluid and easier. So I'll give the floor to Valerie.
Yes. Thank you for the invitation, and hello to all of you. My name is Veronica, and I do work for Portsmouth EMS. I am a paramedic, but I'm also the Director of Quality. So I review every report that comes through my office just to make sure that we're staying on track and taking good care of our patients. And I'm also just a phone call away or even an email if you have some concerns. Our service, we run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We respond to emergencies and non-emergencies. Non-emergent might be a fall where you have a swollen ankle, but it's not life-threatening, as well as responding to chest pains, shortness of breath, things like that. Our paramedics work in this the community, but they also live in the community, so they have some loyalty to everyone here. I worked on the ambulance for 27 years. This was part of my one of my areas that I ran, because I ran out of Sparks Hospital, which is now Baptist. So I spent many years in this building. I was even held up during a tornado one time in the basement here. So, and when I had to leave the field due to an injury, I really missed coming and meeting all of you guys. Let's see what else I could tell you. We also carry in our ambulance a lot of resources, such as we have binders. If we come out and you're needing some special kind of rehab, home health, things like that. I know these ladies hand out you stuff, but we also have that on the ambulance. So if someone comes out and you don't want to go with us, you just need maybe a little bit of rehab, we have information in our ambulances too to help you. Do you have any questions that I could answer for you as far as like when you're calling for an ambulance, or yes ma'am?
Is there a non-emergency number for calling in?
There is, and I can give that to you. Yes, I can write that on your paper that I gave you.
Now we need a non-emergency number instead of having to call 911.
Okay. The thing about calling 911 is that it's recorded. We do have another line that let me just 100% sure make that is recorded. Another thing when calling 911 is we can track you in case that you don't know exactly where you are. We can track you anywhere in the city if you were to call 911. Our dispatchers they're incredible.
What's the non-emergency number for then?
Well, to call about like billing and things like that. So let me just make sure that we do in fact.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yes, yeah.
I just don't have that.
Yes, ma'am. I will, and I'll make a phone call just to make sure that I have that right number and that you can still call that even though it's for billing.
There's a lot of like people that fall, you know, and maybe just need help up. They're not hurt, but they need help up. It's a non-emergency.
Yes. So we also have first responders, which are firemen.
Yeah.
Portsmouth EMS runs about 2,200 calls a month, so we rely on our firemen as well. So if you're calling 911 and you just need a little help, there's a chance that it could be the fire department that responds. The fire department is owned by the city. Portsmouth EMS is privately owned. So they will come and help you as well. Then there's no charge for that. There's no charge for us even coming out unless we have to give you some, like if you're diabetic and we have to start an IV and give you some sugar. If we just come out and do an evaluation, there's no charge for that. We have different levels. Basic EMTs, they staff an ambulance, but then we also have paramedics. And so sometimes we might send our EMTs out just to do an evaluation, and that's free of charge. Yeah. What I have given you, the paper there is, one thing that you can do after you call for an ambulance is to gather your medications, put any pets away. But I have handed out a paper in that you can put your name, your date of birth, your medical history, and then some medications. That will help us to wrap you up and get you out of your home quickly. And also, the hospitals really like for us to bring medicines if we don't have a list. So if you could have those in a bag, that helps us once we get here too. And someone was asking me about a living will. We do honor those. If we can see it and we can confirm that that is you that's on the living will. It's a little touchy. The hospitals, of course, can honor those, but we really, we would take a look at that and just make sure. It's hard for us just to say, unless you have a POA or someone that can identify that that is actually you and you actually signed it, it's a little sketchy for us. So, but someone did have a question about that. Anything else that you might have a question about EMS? Your location where you are right now, if you are having a life-threatening event, we'd have to go to the closest facility. So even though you might be a patient of mercy because you're right down the road from Baptist Health, we would have to start there.
My insurance doesn't cover Baptist Health, so